Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. So Michigan's offense starts in less than ideal field position off that poor return. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Wideouts now clustered. Same tailback, another carry. And he will make the first down. Tackle at the 26.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The Wolverines pick up enough for a first down. It's a quick grab.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Or the quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now. The Wolverines will line up to kick it away. First part of the game now, look at a pin him back deep. Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. The Nittany Lions offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Single back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. This, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The Nittany Lions come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it, and it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. When the tackle is made, the defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the first down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. It's Finley. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone now. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Can he get there on the ground? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Methodical but effective. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. They'll try the option play here. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. And the defense jumps on the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He eludes the rush.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Using his legs on the scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. That fumble from the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? And it's caught. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Pass caught, 2nd down now. To throw, it's Finley. Quarterback escapes the pocket. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
4th down. He's throwing for it. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. And he'll set up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Punga. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Kick lands out of bounds. They'll spot this down around the 20. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. He'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
What a great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back to be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
He hands it off from the gun. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. They'll go hurry up here. They'll try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Receiver makes the grab. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come up to the line in a hurry-up. To the air, it's Finley. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
The secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
And he's got it. Tackled right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15. Ball handed off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The Nittany Lions will line up here on 1st down and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking tackles. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire 1st half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. 2 quarters down in the Big Ten Championship. A couple of incredibly worthy teams battling for their rightful place in the history of this great conference. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the exciting conclusion of the Big Ten Championship.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
First down here for this offense. To throw, it's Finley. Moves left out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
He's past the 45. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. The Nittany Lions with first and 10 here. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what... Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's the running back in the flat. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
The defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you can do is throw it to his back and loss of yards. Now you're behind the sticks.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. See what the call is on first and 10. Takes the handoff again.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The pocket breaking down. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Back to pass. It's Finley. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And it works. The first down to the 35. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Looking right, this one caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looking to scramble. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
That's going to be incomplete. The first down drop during the middle of the field. So second down after the incompletion. And here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. That big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Handoff in a single back formation. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Try and muscle for the first down. The Wolverines are going to keep this drive rolling.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they get set now to try the PAT.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
This one will be fair caught. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And there's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. A pop pass on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the Nittany Lions begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And the running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on 3rd down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the 1st down. And he's able to do that here in the 4th quarter.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. That's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it here. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. He'll hand it off. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. This one is right through. And they take the lead with a little over a minute to play. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. The tackle was made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Quarterback will spike the ball to stop the clock. Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Breaks loose at the 45. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The Wolverines have first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. They stop him, but it's a first down. So down 3, they're in field goal range already. Chance to take some shots here, but they got to be smart with the clock. Second down after that previous play. Motion now from the tight end. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. Coming up, second down and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And that one's straight down the middle. And the game is tied here in the final seconds. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Finley. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And now another deep ball here. And it's incomplete as time runs out of regulation. We are headed to overtime. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I like that you trust your running back when you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, this isn't something this defense sees very often, as a fullback sliding out of the backfield to catch a football. Don't practice this very often.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Can he make it to the marker? Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Michigan. They strike first in OT. And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Handoff to the back. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
So a challenging 3rd down play. They need a 1st down or a touchdown to keep this game going. Bringing pressure. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone.
Well, the defense was in the right coverage here. It looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between...
And it's a touchdown. We're an extra point away from double OT. Or do you go for 2 and win it right now?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Pressure is coming. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss.
I just love watching those guys do work.
To the end zone, but incomplete. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. On the run here. Let's it go. QB to the tight end for a completion. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. So the offense now will set up first and goal here in double overtime. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game. Everybody watching. What a game.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looking to scramble. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and go? They're going for 2 here.
Wow, 1 minute this quarterback is surveying the field for an open receiver. The next, he's pulling it down, tucking the football, and putting into the end zone for a touchdown himself.
Now, this is a tough one, and you get it to overtime, and you come up short. It's a heartbreaker.